So you like your new science class, think your teacher has a weird accent, and can't wait to do some scientific investigations. But how do you start a lab? How do you know what to experiment on? How do you know what information to collect? How do you... science? One of the great things about science are experiments. An experiment is an organized procedure to study something under controlled conditions.
Controlled conditions.
In a properly controlled experiment, scientists can gain an understanding of our natural world. Good experiments or investigations start with a good question or problem that needs to be answered. For example, let's say you wanted to know if drinking coffee helps people with concentration. In order to perform an experiment to see if there is, in fact, a connection, you must first make a hypothesis. A hypothesis is a testable idea or explanation that leads towards a scientific investigation. But something like drinking coffee helps people concentrate more would not be a good hypothesis. So why is that?
A hypothesis in science needs to be testable. In other words, it has to be worded in a way where an experiment can be performed. In a sense, a scientific hypothesis is kind of like your own personal prediction for what you think will happen. This can be done with the help of research beforehand. The more you know about a topic, the better questions you can ask.
Our previous hypothesis of drinking coffee helps people concentrate more is just a broad statement with no prediction. It's not testable. So how can you transform your curiosity into, in fact, a scientific hypothesis? Well, a good way is to put it in the form of an if-then statement. If I do this, then this will occur. Do you see how we can already get a sense of how it's turning into a testable prediction? How about if a person drinks a lot of coffee, then they'll be able to concentrate more? What do you think of that? Is it good? Is it bad?
Not bad, but we could do better. Let's try to make it so that it's more scientific, so that it's more accurate, something that we can measure with our senses.
But wait, didn't we have that before? If a person drinks a lot of coffee, then they'll be able to concentrate more. Why can't we just measure that?
Well, concentrate more and a lot of coffee. Those words mean different things to different people. We need something more reliable. Collecting data, especially numerical data, provides a great way to gather information, and it's very accurate and not really open to interpretation. How much coffee is a lot? 1 cup? 2 cups? We can measure concentration with a test maybe, a writing test or a reading test.
Okay, so how about if a person drinks more than 1 cup of coffee, then they'll perform better on a reading comprehension exam?
Bingo!
All right, nailed it, we're done.
No, we're just beginning. A good experiment tests different hypotheses against one another.
Hypotheses?
Yes, more than one. We need to come up with all conceivable outcomes of the experiment.
All conceivable outcomes. This is like Dr. Strange looking forward in time to see all possible outcomes in the upcoming conflict with Thanos.
I don't know what you just said, but sure, maybe, yeah?
Thank you. Okay, so how about drinking more than 1 cup of coffee improves performance on a reading comprehension exam? Drinking more than 1 cup of coffee decreases performance on a reading comprehension exam, and drinking more than 1 cup of coffee has no effect on reading comprehension performance.
Yeah, nailed it.
But I really think that coffee will, in fact, definitely increase performance.
Maybe. That's good. You can predict what you think will happen based on previous knowledge, maybe, but until the experiment is complete and done and you've looked at all your results, any of those outcomes above are possible.
But why do I have to do that?
It's extremely important to create an experiment without a bias for an anticipated outcome. Don't ever think of designing an experiment to make something happen that you want to happen or to prove your hypothesis. Having this mindset can unconsciously tilt your results in your favor. So instead, approach all scientific investigations with the notion that you're discovering new knowledge. Approach it like that, and I promise you, you will discover, and you will become smarter, and you will become awesome!
This is exactly like Infinity War.
probably not true.
Yeah, you're probably right. See you next time.